Have you ever wondered why some of the most successful companies today have a history of failures? Welcome to the paradoxical realm of innovation and failure. It's a place where brilliant ideas meet unexpected roadblocks, where groundbreaking concepts grapple with the harsh realities of the market, and where the journey to success is often paved with setbacks. Innovation is the lifeblood of business. It's the force that propels companies forward, that keeps them relevant in a rapidly changing world, and that sets them apart from the competition. But here's the catch. Innovation is inherently risky. It involves stepping into the unknown, challenging the status quo, and sometimes failing spectacularly. But wait, let's not be too quick to write off failure. It's not the grim reaper of business that many fear it to be. Instead, think of failure as a stern teacher, a bearer of invaluable lessons, a catalyst for growth. In fact, many of the world's most successful companies have failed, not once or twice, but multiple times. Yet they've managed to rise from the ashes, stronger and more resilient, their failures serving as stepping stones to success. In the next few scenes, we'll delve deeper into this intriguing paradox. We'll look at case studies of different companies, each with its unique tale of innovation, failure, and ultimate triumph. We'll explore how these companies dared to innovate, how they stumbled and fell, and how they picked themselves up and transformed their failures into phenomenal successes. From the tech giant that went from near bankruptcy to becoming one of the world's most valuable companies, to the e-commerce behemoth that weathered the dot-com bubble and emerged as a global powerhouse, the stories are as diverse as they are inspiring. But one thread binds them all: the audacity to innovate, the courage to fail, and the tenacity to rise again. So buckle up as we take a journey into the world of innovation, failure, and eventual success. Let's start with a bite of the Apple story. Yes, the tech giant wasn't always so successful. Imagine it's the early 80s. Apple, a fledgling company, is taking its first steps into the tech world. They introduced the Apple Lisa, a personal computer that was supposed to be revolutionary. But it wasn't. The high price tag and software limitations left the Lisa forgotten in the annals of tech history. But failure is often the springboard to success, and Apple's story is no exception. The Lisa's graphical user interface was pioneering. It was a stepping stone to the Macintosh, a product that became the backbone of Apple's success. Then came the 90s. Apple decided to venture into handheld devices with the Newton Message Pad, a personal digital assistant with handwriting recognition. It was ahead of its time. But it was an idea that the world wasn't ready for. The Newton Message Pad was a commercial flop. Yet, the Newton's failure wasn't in vain. The lessons learned from its downfall were invaluable. Apple realized that for a product to be successful, it needed to be user-friendly and intuitive. This philosophy became ingrained in Apple's DNA and can be seen in every product they've launched since. Fast forward to the early 2000s. Apple, having learned from past failures, introduces the iPod and later the iPhone and iPad. These products, built on the foundations of past mistakes, were revolutionary. They transformed industries and established Apple as a leader in innovation. The Apple story is a testament to the power of persistence, resilience, and learning from failure. It's about recognizing that mistakes are not the end, but rather a stepping stone to success. Apple's journey from the Lisa and Newton to the iPhone and iPad is a compelling narrative of innovation born out of failure. It's a story of how a company can stumble, fall, pick themselves up, and then soar to unimaginable heights. So the next time you hold an Apple product in your hand, remember the journey it represents. It's not just a gadget, it's the embodiment of lessons learned, innovation, and relentless pursuit of excellence. From the ashes of their failures, Apple rose to become one of the most successful tech companies in the world. From books to practically everything, Amazon's journey is nothing short of remarkable. Let's rewind back to 1994. Picture a young Jeff Bezos, leaving a lucrative Wall Street job to start an online bookstore in his garage. It was a bold move and a risky one. The internet was still in its infancy, and the idea of shopping online was met with skepticism. Despite this, Bezos believed in his vision and pushed forward. Amazon started small, focusing solely on selling books. However, the initial years were tough. The company was burning through cash, and profitability seemed like an elusive dream. Critics were quick to write Amazon off as a failed experiment, a bubble waiting to burst. But Bezos was not one to back down. He saw potential where others saw failure. He knew that the internet would change the way people shop, and he was determined to be at the forefront of that change. So Amazon started to innovate. It expanded its product range, adding music, movies, electronics, and more to its catalog. It introduced customer reviews, personalized recommendations, and one-click shopping features that are now staples of the online shopping experience. Amazon also ventured into new territories. It launched Amazon Web Services, a cloud computing platform that has since become a dominant player in the tech industry. It created the Kindle, revolutionizing the way we read books. It ventured into the world of streaming with Amazon Prime Video and even stepped into the physical retail space with Amazon Go stores. But perhaps the most significant innovation was Amazon Marketplace, which transformed the company from a retailer into a platform. This move not only broadened Amazon's product offering, but also allowed small and medium-sized businesses to reach a global audience. Amazon's transformation from an online bookstore to an e-commerce giant wasn't a smooth one. There were bumps along the way, and there were times when the company's future seemed uncertain. But through innovation and a willingness to take risks, Amazon turned its initial failure into a remarkable success story. Amazon's story shows us that failure is not the end, but can be the beginning of something grand. Scene script. Next, we have FedEx, a company that almost didn't make it past its first few years. It's hard to imagine a world without the convenience of FedEx, isn't it? But there was a time when this now global giant was teetering on the brink of bankruptcy. In its early years, FedEx was just a fledgling company with a big idea, battling against unfavorable odds. Founded in the early 70s by Frederick W. Smith, FedEx was built on the novel concept of overnight delivery. However, the company faced significant hurdles right from the get-go. High fuel costs, coupled with a lack of demand for their services, left FedEx staring down the barrel of financial ruin. By 1974, the company was losing over $1 million a month, a rate of loss that few businesses could sustain. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, FedEx turned their fortunes around. How? Through a combination of innovation and sheer grit. They didn't just sit back and hope for the best. No, they took action. They restructured their delivery routes, implemented a hub and spoke model, and developed proprietary systems to track packages, ensuring their service was not only faster, but also more reliable than their competition. The innovation didn't stop there. FedEx continued to evolve, embracing the digital age with gusto. They were one of the first companies to launch a website that allowed online package tracking, revolutionizing the industry once again, and the results speak for themselves. Today, FedEx is one of the leading courier services in the world, delivering millions of packages daily across more than 200 countries. From their humble beginnings, they've grown into a multi-billion-dollar corporation, admired and respected the world over. FedEx's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and innovation in the face of failure. Their journey serves as an inspiring reminder that with a clear vision, unwavering determination, and a healthy dose of innovation, even the most challenging obstacles can be overcome. Let's switch gears and tune into the story of Netflix. The tale of this industry titan is a fascinating voyage from humble beginnings to revolutionary change. In the late 90s, Netflix started as a modest DVD rental service. Remember those days? When you'd wait eagerly by your mailbox for the latest blockbuster to arrive. That was Netflix's bread and butter, but with the advent of digital technology and the internet, the traditional DVD rental business was under threat. The company had to innovate or risk becoming obsolete, a relic of a bygone era. Netflix faced significant challenges, no doubt about it. They were in an industry that was rapidly changing, with competition breathing down their necks. The company was at a crossroads, and the future seemed uncertain. But as we know, necessity is the mother of invention. The company's innovation came in the form of streaming services. a bold move, considering the times. Streaming was a fledgling concept, and no one knew whether it would take off. But Netflix took the gamble and changed the game forever. They ventured into uncharted territory, shifting from DVDs to a digital platform. This was a pivotal moment in the entertainment industry. Netflix became the pioneer of on-demand entertainment, making it possible for us to watch our favorite shows and movies whenever we wanted and wherever we were. No more waiting for DVDs in the mail, no more late fees, and no more running out of options. The result? A revolution. Today, Netflix is synonymous with streaming, with millions of subscribers worldwide. They've even branched out into producing their own content, creating award-winning shows and movies. The Netflix story is a testament to the power of innovation. It shows us how a company can transform and adapt to changing times. But more than that, it's a story of resilience and risk-taking. Netflix faced the challenges head-on, dared to try something new, and look where they are now. Netflix shows us that sometimes the most innovative ideas come from the most challenging circumstances. As we have seen, innovation and failure often go hand in hand. Each of the companies we've discussed, Apple, Amazon, FedEx, and Netflix, have woven a narrative that's as much about failure as it is about innovation. They've proven that the path to success isn't a straight line. It's a twisty road full of potholes and detours, and sometimes it circles back on itself. But it's the journey that matters, and it's the journey that shapes the destination. Remember Apple? They were nearly bankrupt before they became the technological titan they are today. They dared to think differently, to innovate, and even in the face of failure, they pressed on. They took their failures and learned from them, using them as stepping stones on their path to success. Then there's Amazon. They started out as a humble online bookstore before transforming into the colossal e-commerce platform they are now. They tried and failed, but they didn't let that stop them. They innovated, learned from their mistakes, and now they're a global powerhouse. FedEx, too, faced numerous challenges in its early days. They were on the brink of collapse, but they didn't give up. They embraced innovation, learned from their failures, and now they're one of the world's leading delivery services. And let's not forget Netflix. They started as a DVD rental service and faced significant challenges when they decided to transition to streaming. They experienced failure, but they didn't let it deter them. They innovated, adapted, and transformed their business, becoming a leading player in the entertainment industry. These stories are not just about companies. They're about the power of innovation and the important role of failure in achieving success. They show us that failure isn't something to be feared or avoided. Instead, it's something to be embraced, to be learned from. It's a stepping stone on the path to success. The journey of these companies teaches us that failure is not a stumbling block, but a stepping stone to success. So, what can we learn from these stories of innovation and failure? What stands out is that innovation is the lifeblood of any thriving business. But it's not a straightforward path. It's a journey often punctuated by failure. Yet, as we've seen, these failures are not dead ends, but detours leading to greater success. Take Apple, for instance. Despite early setbacks, they leveraged innovation to redefine personal computing. Amazon transformed from a humble online bookstore into a global retail titan, while FedEx made its mark by revolutionizing delivery services. And let's not forget Netflix, which disrupted the entertainment industry with its innovative streaming model. Each of these companies experienced failure, but they didn't let it define them. Instead, they used it as a catalyst for innovation, propelling them towards success. And that's the crux of it all. Remember, in the world of business, it's not about how many times you fail, but how you turn those failures into stepping stones for success.